Hello. Some people acquire knowledge to oppress, while some people acquire knowledge to elevate. I don't know where you belong to. I usually hate, like, I detested them a lot. Those people we have tagged, or should I use the word labeled, as the 1%. I usually hate them. I don't like anything about them because I saw it as they kept the world the way it is today because of their greed and their covetousness and the fact that they have zero conscience when it comes to what they do. But last year, I got to realize that it's not really the 1%'s fault. We love to blame them, but the truth is, it is not their fault. I got to know that they are using the fact that we are living a separated life against us. A lot of people will say that we need to fight back. The 1% are doing this. We need to fight back. We need to make sure that we win this war against the 1%. There is actually no war to win against the 1% on the outside. If you think you need to carry a gun to go fight the 1%, you would actually lose. Forget the movies you watch where the good guys tend to win. When you face reality, the villains actually win, not the good guys. Do you understand? Now, what is that thing that the 1% are using against the whole 99%? If you've acquired this knowledge and you've separated yourself from the 99%, congratulations, you're now part of the 1%. But it depends on how you're going to use this knowledge. Do you know that the 1% don't see religion? The 1%, they don't see race. The 1% don't see tribe. The 1%, they don't see anything like culture. Do you know what they see? They see each and every one of them as energies, as one. That is how the 1% see themselves. Imagine a pyramid. Now, on the top of the pyramid, that is where the 1% reside. I am not dealing with the other percent. Let's just stay with the 1%. That is where they reside. Some people will think that in the 1% is only the white men, do you understand, the Caucasians. It's a lie. What if I tell you that among the 7 continents of this world that we have when I mean a representative for all the continent seated on that table. But you, in a particular continent, you hate yourself. Why do you hate yourself? Because the 1% taught you religion, they taught you race, they taught you tribe. If you check the wars, the World War One, World War Two, I don't know if there's going to be a three, but just check as in the civil wars that happen inside each countries. Now check it out. Tell yourself what's always happens, like what leads to it. It's always our emotion. The fact that I tend to see the other person as my enemy. For those in Africa and those that studied Africa, like the things that happen in Africa, you remember the genocide in Rwanda? Is it the Hutus or the Tutus? That tribe. Do you know if you go to Rwanda and you say, I'm looking for someone that is it Hutu tribe? Please, sorry if I'm not pronouncing it well. And you say, I'm looking for someone from the Titus tribe. Should both of them approach you, you will not be able to differentiate them. You can't. But because when, I don't know if it's a God that did that, I don't know what happened. But if you should read your Bible, I don't know if this is in the Quran, but this is actually in the Bible and in the Torah. Now, if you should read your Bible, do you remember where they were trying to build the Tower of Babel? What happened? God said that these people are one. They are what? One. And there is no stopping them from what they are about to do. They are one. They were in unity. There was no separation. They did not see that, oh, you're melanated. you're Caucasian, you're Asian. They didn't see all of that. They saw themselves as one. And they were building a tower to what? To go meet God. And God said that if I allow these people to stay in this unity, if I allow these people to stay in togetherness, they will come and meet me. Let me what? Separate them. And what did he do? He gave them languages. I could no longer communicate with my neighbor. My neighbor could not communicate with me. Now, the people that could speak the same tongue, they became what? One. Now, these people suddenly saw the other people that were not speaking the same tongue as them as what? As their enemy. That is exactly what happened. I know earth is a realm of duality. We have the yin and the yang. I understand. But before you came to this earth of duality, you're coming from divine oneness. You're coming from consciousness. Do you understand me? And divine oneness wants you to return back to that oneness. It's just like a road now. You're driving on a 4-lane or on a 2-lane, and then you now find yourself that you merge to just a single lane. Do you understand? Now, that is how we are meant to be. You came on earth. You did not know. You were taught separation. Now that you're in the know, you need to learn divine oneness. How do I get to that level of divine oneness? It's simple. Stop seeing me as my flesh. Stop seeing me as my tongue and start seeing me on an energetic level. Because we are energies. Energy can neither what? Be created nor destroyed. But energy can what? Can transform itself. It was this knowledge that made me to become vegan. I stopped seeing animals, as something that is beneath me. I saw them like I saw me. Do you understand me? I saw them as divine consciousness. I saw the animals like me. Do you understand? The only thing is, we are in a separated bottle. But we are not the bottle, we are not the container. We are the content. Do you understand me? We are the content, not the container. We are just meant to take care of the container because the container houses our content. But we are not supposed to pay attention 100% to the container. Stop, look at me beyond my complexion. See me on an energetic level. What is my frequency reading? Let us vibe according to my frequency. Enough of you saying that, no, I cannot be friends to somebody that is outside of my race. You're not meant to do that. You're looking at the person just by the container. You're not looking beyond the container. Now, if you're in Africa, the 1% say you should never be one. If you want to be one, what would they do? They will use religion against you. How are you going to be a friend with an infidel? Do you know that person is a Christian? Do you know that person is a Muslim? Do you know that person is a traditionalist? And then you begin to see the person separated from you. You don't see the person as you. Now you're in America or you're in Europe. You want to be one. They'll pull the race card. They'll start telling you stories about slavery. They'll put hate in you. Now you stop saying the melanated person as what? As you. You start hating on the Caucasian. Whenever I watch old movies, when Korean movies act about the Japanese, the Chinese, and them themselves, the Koreans, do you know that? I always ask myself this question. A lot of us that are not Asians, we can barely differentiate them. If I see a Chinese person today, I see a Korean person today, I see a Japanese, I see a Singaporean, I cannot differentiate them until they speak. I cannot. But when you watch movies of them killing themselves, you begin to ask yourself questions. How? How were they able to succeed in hating on somebody that looks like them? Now, somebody will say that I can't even understand when a Caucasian or a melanated are fighting. Why? Because, okay, they look really, really far from each other. Now, a North Korean and a South Korean fighting, like, explain to me. A Japanese and a Chinese fighting, explain to me. What differentiates you from that person? Go back to that Bible verse again. These people are one. Nothing can stop them from what they're about to do. You need to come to oneness. The only way you can win the 1% is when you start building a community out of what? The container. If the 1% put a gun in the hands of an American and tell you that you're going to Iraq to fight for America, you will believe. Why? Because you see an Iraqi as beneath you. That is it. You've been brainwashed to see an Iraqi as beneath you. They make you see an Iraqi as a terrorist. But do you know who the terrorists are? The 1%. Tell them that if they really want to fight, they should come down. Or they should bring their children. Their children don't go to the war they create. They don't. They are at home, enjoying the spoils of the war. But you have been made a tool in the hands of the 1%. Why? Because you're yet to see an Iraqi as you see you. You don't want to see somebody from Iran as you see you. You see them separated from you. You see them as someone that is inferior and you superior. No. We are one. For generations, for centuries, we want to make this world a better place. But they have never sat down to ask themselves, how? I'm not talking about the 1%. I'm talking about the 99. How do we make this world a better place? You make this world a better place when you start operating from the realm of love. They tell you that the meaning of Illuminati is what? Enlightenment. When you get to the level of enlightenment, you will start seeing yourself as what? As one. You will stop hating on somebody just because the person does not speak your tribe. In Nigeria today, there is no unity. Why? Because the Yorubas they feel that, okay, it's my brother that is the president. And so therefore, every other tribe, they're beneath me. If Nigerians want to come together as one, in order to fight the 1% in Nigeria, now the 1% will do what? They will pull out two cards, the religion card and the tribe card. Those two cards, they will pull it out. And what? The 99% will fall for it. They'll fall for it. Suddenly, they will start hating on each other. The unity they were about to form will just go away. Just the way God did it when they were building the Tower of Babel. They have a mentor. The politicians, the 1%, they have a mentor. You will see somebody that belongs to a particular denomination in Nigeria hating on another person that belongs to another denomination, but they are both Christians. Wow! Explain to me. How do you intend to win the 1%? If the 1% should tell you now that that person is your enemy, go and fight that person, you will go. Why? Because you hate that person. That person does not belong to your denomination. But religion was created by man as a tool for separation. The 1% are not religious. The 1%, they don't speak any tribe outside from what? From English. You want to sit on that table, you will need to learn how to speak English. That is to tell you that we will need to have what? A common tongue. But people that speak Yoruba, people that speak Hausa, people that speak Japanese, people that speak Chinese, they hate each other, despite the fact they are speaking the same tongue. They hate each other. How do you do it? How do you suddenly stop seeing yourself as one? How? I don't understand. And then you just keep shouting capitalism. You keep shouting the 1%. You keep shouting the world is this, the world is that. You are the weapon fashioned against yourself. Because you don't see me as you see you. You don't. Start seeing me as you see you. And then the 1% will have nothing against you anymore. Build a community. You want to pull out of the whole money system, build a community. Get like-minded individuals like you. I have pepper. You have pumpkin. We share. Do you know that is what the 1% are doing? Are you aware? I told you that you have a representative from the 7 continents, but they make you think that they hate each other. It's a lie. They have a common interest. They have a common interest to make sure that you will never wake up. They don't see you as humans. They don't see you as they see themselves. They see you as products. They don't see you as human being. No, you're just a product, a mere product. They can use you however they want to use you. Why? Because you don't know who you are. When you get to know who you are, they can't use you. You will use yourself. Right now, you can't bring any card against me. I am in Nigeria. You can't pull a religious card against me. It won't work. You can't pull a tribalistic card against me. It won't work. Why? Because I see everybody in Nigeria as I see me. There's no difference between me and my neighbor. If there is a way I can assist my neighbor, I will. I will. If I can get this knowledge and go vegan, loving animals, then is it a being that look like me I will hate? I can't. I can't. Now, it depends on your knowledge before I will say, okay, I want to bring you close to me. Not even knowledge. It depends on the frequency you're vibrating at. That is when I want to bring you close to me. But if I see that you're still vibrating on the frequency of hate, now, you stay far away from me. But if you're vibrating on the frequency of love, on the frequency of togetherness, on the frequency of oneness, on the frequency of authenticity, then we can sit at the same table, just like the 1%. So if you know you have this knowledge, congratulations, you're part of the 1%. You are. Now, it depends on how you're going to use this knowledge. Are you going to use this knowledge to elevate yourself and others? You're going to use it as a tool to dampen others. It depends on how you're going to use it. When I got the knowledge, I shared it. Like I started posting about it on Instagram. When it came to me on the inside, I was elated. Do you understand me? Now, the hate I usually feel on the inside of me about slavery vanished. Everything just vanished out of me. All the hate about colonialism, all the hate about this, about that, everything just vanished. Why? Because I got to know more. When you're operating from the realm of hate, you see things from black or white. Yeah. You don't see all the colors. But love is like rainbow. It's beautiful. Makes you see other things. Makes you see different angles that you did not see before. And you'll be like, oh, okay. I was lied to. That is the beauty of knowledge. So if you've gotten this and you want to start learning how to remove yourself from the belief system of separation, congratulations to you. It is actually not going to be an easy one, but you can do it. It's a step-by-step approach. First of all, you're just going to start by seeing every other person as you see you. Now, the only time that somebody is actually going to carry something really sharp and cut themselves is when they want to. Do you understand? Well, on a normal day, you don't see somebody just carry something and cha 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 cha. They don't do that. Now, that is how it is. Now, if I cannot hurt myself, I'm not going to hurt another person. Do you understand me? I cannot hurt me. I'm not going to hurt my neighbor. Love your neighbor as what? As yourself. It's not love your neighbor more than yourself. No. As yourself, meaning as you see your neighbor. Jesus Christ was teaching the same thing because I'm pretty sure in his time, the 1% were still using that happened in the Tower of Babel against the people, do you understand? Against the 99. Now, that is why he told them to love their neighbor as themselves. Do you understand me? If God is actually a loving God, will God create 3 religions? Ask yourself that. No. That is why religion was what created by man. As a tool for what? For separation. So get to start loving you. That is the number one thing. You start loving you. When you start loving you, you start removing yourself from this belief system that my neighbor is separated from me. That everything on the outside is separated from me. Even the trees, they're not separated from me. They're not. Nothing is separated from me. Nothing. As long as that thing is living, it is not separated from me. Start seeing yourself like that. Now remove yourself from this tribe card. I belong to no tribe. I belong to all the tribe. All. Remove yourself from that tribe card. Remove yourself from the religion card. I belong to no religion. I belong to all religion. All of it. Now remove yourself from the race card. I belong to no race. I belong to all the race on this earth. If you want me to behave like a Chinese person, I will behave like a Chinese person. You want me to behave like a Caucasian, I'm going to behave like a Caucasian. Do you understand me? It is all what? It is all the experiences. Life is all about experiences, nothing more. Do you understand? So when you start doing all this, you get to this level of divine oneness. You get to this level of the Illuminati, the enlightenment. You get to this level of love. Congratulations. That is the only time. The 1% is going to tell you that Iraq is doing this, Iran is doing this, Afghanistan is doing this. And you say, no, no, no. I'm not going to involve myself in that. No. We can talk. We can talk. We mustn't fight. Let's talk. They woke up one day and they said it is North Sudan and South Sudan. But if you should see a North Sudanese and a South Sudanese, you cannot differentiate them. So tell me, why are we fighting? Why are we killing each other? Why are we hating on each other? Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. So now that you know this, congratulations. Start working on it. Start working on it. You are divine consciousness. All right? I always tell you, I am you and you are me. The reason why I say that is because I got a hang of this knowledge. I am you and you are me. There is no separation from both of us. All right? If I cannot blow me right now, I will never blow you. If I cannot stab me right now, I will never stab you. If I cannot slap me right now, I will never slap you. The love I have for myself is the same love I have for you. The way I care for me is the same way I will care for you. I'm not going to care for you more than. The way I care for me is the same way I will care for you. The way I show up for me is the same way I will show up for you. Do you understand me? Now start doing this. Start from your family. Start from your office, do you understand, your colleagues. Start from your neighbors. And then you spread it. Your aura, but once you start operating in this level, your aura is going to change. You're going to start vibrating on a different frequency, and people will connect immediately. Do you understand? Where I stayed before, my name was Madam Peacemaker. Do you understand? I just like we can talk about it. We mustn't fight. Do you understand me? All right, until next time. I love you. I am you, and you're me. Bye for now.